Hi guys, hang on. Hi, how is everyone? Just waiting. I was just waiting for a couple of people to come in. How are you, Mary? Haven't seen you in a while. You been good? Turn my volume up. I've got a big delay here, almost a minute, so you just have to bear with me. Glasses. Yeah, I know the Amber Geiger trials just started. That cop that thought she was in her apartment and killed a guy, but it wasn't her apartment. That's starting today. That's why a couple of people might not be in here. Oh, Mary, you're as bad as me. You did someone leave something around their sugar now, or be like me and terribly um, accident prone? Yeah, if a couple of people come in, which I don't know where this Abigail case is at. I know they've done jury selection and it starts today, but I don't know if it's already. I suppose it hasn't started yet, has it? Too early. Yeah. So I might have to come back later because I know everyone's going to be in one of two channels and we kind of share the same water on a marble floor. Can you? Oh, works conversation. Good, good. Oh, it's good to hear that, but gee, that's horrible. I know what knee pains are like, I tell you. Um, I might have to come back because, yeah, everyone is either over Geordie Bob's or networking or Jazz for Justice for the Amber trial starting today. Oh, I'm getting a few people in. Maybe I just need to wait a couple of minutes. Who else is here? Anyone wants to talk and say hello? Got a few things to address. This is just personal for me. This has nothing to do with anyone else. This is just me reflecting on Lauren Thompson case. And I do it every day. It just, I can't, help it. And I think back and it being like the first case, I guess you would say, that I started investigating instead of just being a true crime fan and reading about things or whatever. And so when I would get during, is it echoing? Oh, I've got the worst laptop. Terrible. Are you, Jen? I might have to fix this up and come back on the other computer. Yeah, I was just going to explain some things about Lauren's case. I shouldn't have to, but I have to deal with trolls again. And whatever that troll's name is. Yeah, so I was advised that the family wanted that ground search cancelled, and I actually can't tell you why. Because I don't know. That is something that the only thing I can think of is perhaps, the FBI have said no, don't go and do that. That's not a good idea or anything because the commission was there from the landowners. You just woke up then. Yeah, it's almost midnight here. again. Trying to get into the habit of going live every day. And things will get a bit busier in the next couple of weeks. Or this time next month, definitely be busy. But for now, I thought, yeah, I can get on and just reflect on this case. Yeah, no, that's fine, Mary. It's not. Curiosity is going to be normal, especially in a case like this. But let me just check these names. Just bear with me. I need to go through. Bear with me. Just looking for something. If anyone's got any questions about a long Thompson case or anything else, just ask me, and I will do my best to answer your question if I can. Still, people don't seem to realise that the reason that I've stopped reporting on things is because we got what we wanted, and that was to get it to the FBI, which it wouldn't have done had it just been left alone. Had there been so little, because there's so little reporting on it, the lack of reporting on it is what drew me to it. And I'm like, why aren't there more people reporting on a missing woman? You know, mother of three. So, if the car was staged and the pings were wrong, the ground search of that area would be useless, correct? Oh, look, I think so. I think so, you know, but I personally would be surprised if anyone found anything. But you've got to kind of try. So, I'm obviously, because I'm here, I was like coordinating the electronic side of things. One of the things I wanted to address is this troll. Thank you, Mary. Trip Donald, you don't like your name being put in a status update on Facebook. You threatened to go to the police. Why? Because someone mentioned your name. I'll mention your name. You can't do anything about that. Trip Donald, Trip Donald, Trip Donald is the reason why Karen, who's working with me on this case, is no longer going to put reports out about Lauren Thompson. Because this person, I don't know if Trip is a male or female, this person is treating us like we're her, I want to say her own personal source of entertainment, and you know, asking why there were no updates and things like that. And as I posted on Facebook, if anyone can see it, I myself and Karen, anyone else that helps, particularly me because I'm airing this, and this is for you, True, I'm under no obligation to give you any information about this case, any information at all, either now or months down the track. I'm not your personal source of entertainment. That's not the purpose of this channel. The purpose of this channel is to be able to have a voice for people. And this rubbish that you're typing about us stealing from Penola County, you need to be very careful, because we haven't stolen anything. And I know you have proof of nothing. I've been working on this for 9 months, and I can tell you to the cent how much money has been involved in this whole thing between Karen and I. It's 120 Australian dollars, right, donation, which what that is in the US, it's a 65 cents for a dollar now. It's horrible. And $22 a month from Patreon that I get to help support this channel. And that is nothing compared to the amount that we have both spent on Skype credit to ring and talk to people and interview people. Documents that you have to pay for, searches of people that you have to pay for. And not to mention all of the time. If my time was worth an hourly rate, we'd be talking tens of thousands of dollars. And that's the only thing you've got, Trip, and you're going to put that out. You are going to get slapped with a lawsuit because it's not true. There is no proof. So I just want to cover that. And if you see, calling us frauds and things like that. Now, this Trip Donald person is a person who sent me a friend request, and it's like all supportive, and, following the Lauren Thompson case and all the rest of it, and be nice. And as soon as on that Facebook post, as soon as we said there wasn't any more information on this case, is when she flipped and started writing stupid shit on Facebook. So I shouldn't have to, Jennifer. Yeah, I should not have to explain myself again. I did it months ago with the trolls, and it was like, that is the only time that they're going to get out of me. I refuse to waste more time on them. But if you're just wondering why there's not going to be any more updates about Lauren on here, in that I can foresee, you've got Trip Donald to thank for that. So, well done. Well done. I do this for nothing. I do it because I've always been interested in true crime, and I've always helped people if I can. It's hard pressed for me to say no to someone, and that's just who I am. But at the same time, this goes for everyone. But well, it doesn't, because you guys don't treat me like this. But Trip Donald treats this part of everything that's gone on with the Lauren Thompson case as her own personal source of entertainment. And I know there's salaciousness and, surrounding it all, but I'm not going to jeopardize that for, a drama-filled, gossipy episode. Anything that's been put out, is public knowledge. That's all. Every single thing there, pretty much, I would say, can be found on the internet. But hopefully I won't need to explain myself again for that. And I mean, I understand. I kind of feel like I shot myself in the foot. I'm making no apologies here whatsoever. But I perfectly understand that during this case, sometimes I can be a shit stirrer. Sometimes I can come across as condescending. But it's more about the fact that I'm a nobody, and you're law enforcement, and Karen and I have uncovered more than you guys do, who are actually in the county. That's what I was. No, Elaine. The only thing I wanted about viewers is I just wanted to be able to hit the goals. So I started on February 19th, and I was like, this is going to take forever because the US channels seem to be able to get to 1,000 subscribers within a month or so. It took me like 6 months. So all I wanted was the goal of 1,000 subscribers and the 4K watch hours. That's all I wanted. I don't even know how many subscribers I have now. And I don't, the only reason I care about view count, because I wasn't monetized then. So what, why would, what would I get out of extra views? Except that I wanted as many people as possible to see it, but not for a milking reason, for a reason that someone might finally come forward with something that brings Lauren home to her kids. That's that's it. You know. Other than that, I couldn't give a toss. Like I said, I'm not going to make a video for the sake of making a video. I proved that point by, well, look at the last month, 6 weeks, 2 months even. How many videos have I made? So I'm not just going to get on and make a video for the sake of making a video for the sake of views. You know, you can see that by my broadcasting pattern. So I don't care. I am monetized now, but it's like $6. I mean, come on now, seriously. That's all. She was trying to bring attention to her episodes because the attention is what they need to get involvement from other agencies. Yes, yes. I know it got all crazy for a minute there, but Karen and I work really well together, and there is a method to our madness. You might not believe it now, or you may not have believed it 6 months ago, but it works because I'm in a different country, um, but I can still access electronically any information regarding persons of interest around this case, and I've got people working inside of Penola County and surrounding counties as well who help me. People come forward, a lot of people come forward. Sometimes they want to go to Karen, sometimes they want to come to me. That's fine. Like Shelley, she came to me. Where was I at? Was it go away? Off on tangents, and can't remember where I was at the beginning of that conversation. I think if the officials were corrupt, especially the sheriff's office, they would have been removed after investigation, and everyone is still on the job. Yeah, see, again, if the FBI is doing anything about it, we don't know. We don't know where they're up to in this investigation. You know, what I am saying is that you can only have so many coincidences. Um, So people who were sticking up for me in the channel or Karen or whatever, in some form or another, and then the next day being arrested, and that happened like to more people than I aired on here, way more. So at what point does it stop being a coincidence? Another thing, and I need to look into this, okay? I don't have any proof of this at the moment, but I'm looking into it. Darcy Burden, who did the Channel 19 CBS affiliate, did the interview with Tori. Um, I was told by a reliable source that she was fired after that piece, and that Blake pulled the strings on that one. She's now with CBS Dallas Fort Worth. So I do not know if that is true. I did want to address that. I'm going to try and contact Darcy. No, they weren't, Elaine. Again, Mary, thank you. That's my first super chat. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Oh wow. That's cool. See, and again, money, but it's just, I don't know, quirky. I told you, it doesn't cheer me up or anything like that. So, let me just have a look. Karen is on here. No. Hang on. So now I'm using this uh, broadcasting system. I can get up to, hang on, up to 6 people on the link. Just try and find the link. Hang on. Okay. Hello, Red Rum Media. How are you, my darling? Oh, sorry, I can't get to Cincinnati. Um, okay, what was I saying? Yes, okay, so public records, no, they've been charged with, you just need to look at the dates and know what you're looking at, but they're charged with nothing to do with interfering in an investigation, or they were old charges that had already been dealt with, or they would create new charges, like with Hannah's case being pulled over. Um, he said he could smell leafy marijuana and things like that. There's no marijuana in the car, but that was the excuse to do the search and seizure. And I won't go too much into Hannah's background. She was good enough to come forward and let us know what it was like in the Penola County jail for the night. That link there, if you want to join me on the panel here, you can have your video on or off, it doesn't matter. But yeah, if you do want to come in, this StreamYard seems to be good um, because it's really simple. Like you click on that and you just can come into the waiting room, and then I'd let you in. So I'm just going to have a cigarette, turn my video off. I say it every time. I keep my microphone on. So yeah, this looks pretty good. But again, coming back to money, I now have to start paying $20 US for this to continue using it. So as far as me personally, and there are people in here who can, well, there's at least one person in here, Red Rum Media, can attest to, is that, usually I don't want to say, maybe the first 6 months or so, I don't know, or however long, you don't, you're not making money off true crime. It's supporting the channel for little things like this that you would have to pay $20 a month or whatever, which for me is like $30 a month because of the exchange rate. And so don't even think about all the time we put into this, but that we don't make hundreds and hundreds of dollars even from donations or anything like that. In fact, we outlay more money. We outlay more money than it is actually donated to keep the channel running, right, Red Rum? And Red Rum Media is a ex-private investigator, and that's a great channel. So if you want to subscribe to that, you can. Mary, that's so cute. I love the super chat. Um, so yeah, Red Rum Media was a wrench because she's a friend of mine. Um, very, very much helped me a lot in the beginning, and I just appreciate her and Jazz for Justice so much for their help. My cigarette keeps going out because I'm talking to you guys, but otherwise, I would just leave now and go have a cigarette. But I'm thinking there's more things I need to say. Um, and I was going to wait until um, scratch that, can't say that sentence. Anyway, um, so people come forward, family members, or even just people who had seen a case and asked if I could help. And I don't think anyone realised that I've just been playing it by ear the last, well, maybe not the last 9 months, but certainly the first 6 months of meeting Karen and doing the episodes that we did. This isn't something that I had done before. And so I think people contacted me, okay, so the Jeannie Lofton case, Tyler Smith, justice for him, he wasn't a missing person. And there's another one. Melissa and Dana's for Cedric Grace not being taken to trial in Carthage. Hey, cod fishing 180. Oh, I'm good. How are you? I just got the camera off because I'm trying to have a cigarette. It's not working. That's why if you want to click on that link and come in, you can help me. You can fill in for me while I chain smoke. Um, yeah, so getting back to that. Um, I understand why those people contacted me because I went like a bull at a gate at Lake and we got results from that. Like I said, there's a method to it. Karen and I's madness. And you can't deny that the trolls are listening, whatever. You can't deny that it got results. You cannot deny that because the reports that Blake was putting out stayed the same, and then he eventually admitted there were gunshots in the 911 call, that there was paint transfer on Lauren's car, that it had been pushed off the road. This is another indication that the scene was staged. That car was moved from where it had been hit. Before you started getting information out, even local people weren't aware of it. I would ask people about it who actually live in Carthage and they had never heard of the case. That's the reason I got on it. There were like 2 or 3 reports of this woman missing. And that's the only reason. I had chronic pain. I've told the story before, but I had chronic pain. And I was up at 2:30 in the morning and I just started. I had access to her Facebook page. And I just started messaging all of her friends. And that's how it started. Um, it really, really is. And I never thought it would turn into anything like this. But I understand, so, okay, so getting back to it, I went like a bull at a gate at Lake, like a bulldog. And I think these people expected that I would be able to help with other cases in that same manner. And in actual fact, like in real life, believe it or not, that's not me. To be confrontational or condescending or anything like that when it came to law enforcement in Penola County. And hang on, the boss has just messaged me. Okay. So I just told Karen um, she can come in, and the link's up there, posted again if you want to join. Yeah, anyway, getting back to it again, that is not the case. Just because I went a certain way with the Lauren Thompson case doesn't mean every case. I'm not going to go all Nancy Grace on your ass and have everything be the same. It's not. Each case warrants its own kind of inspection on how it should be dealt with. And that just happened to be the way that I dealt with Lake when I came across so many inconsistencies in his statement. That's not to say that I am going to do the same thing with Tyler Smith's. I'm not. That's not to say I'm going to do the same with Melissa and Dana's justice, getting Cedric Grace to trial. I'm not, although I'm not a fan of Danny Bark. But yeah, so when I say I kind of been shot in the foot, um, shot myself in the foot, that's just because, this is also new to me, and you just go, there's no textbook, and you've just got to go with the flow. I'll stay on a little bit longer if anyone has any questions, or just see if Karen's going to drop in or not. Thanks for dropping in, Codfishing 180. It's nice to see some new faces and some familiar faces as well. I keep forgetting to put the camera back on, sorry. Yeah, I'll have a great night because it's midnight now. But actually, I was going to be sorting my sewing stuff out while I talk to you, but I didn't get around to it. I mean, how many zips can a girl have? I go through and put all this fabric and stuff up on Facebook. So, but yeah, if Karen's not going to come in, I will jump off. Just bear with me. Yeah, Codfishing, you're welcome, more than welcome to click on the link and come into this broadcast if you want to, or we can do it another time. Like I said, if I can answer the question, I'll answer it for people. But a lot of the times the questions we get asked, either I don't know the answer, or it's kind of in the control of FBI's hands, and I really, really don't want to impede in their investigation, because regardless of how we got there, it's it served its purpose. We got what we wanted to get. Mary, I am definitely going to be watching that. I think that will be very interesting. So originally they had charged her, I believe, with manslaughter. So it's interesting now that she's being charged with homicide, um, with a homicide, well, first degree murder. Um, and so it'll be curious to see what the state's got that they would have changed it from homicide to murder. I'm good. Cod fishing, you're in big. I love Victoria, best state after Queensland. But yeah, definitely come in. There's more. I mean, a lot of people think that this channel is just like the Lauren Thompson channel, and it's not. It started out as a true crime channel, and I kind of tailored it to be more now a missing persons channel and victim advocacy because that seemed to better suit my nature and my personality. Um, but um, yeah, that's about it. Um, I don't know what Karen's doing. Oh, she's talking. Do you guys want to hear from Karen? She's like, no camera, I just woke up. Actually, you can turn the camera off. So when you go onto that link that I've put up, um, you can turn your mic and your video off before I admit you in from the lobby. I'll let Karen know everyone's listening. Everyone is. But thank you, cod fishing. I really appreciate that. I need to do the same for other people, but yeah, this year has probably been the hardest year for me to have to deal with anything um, medically and with this case and that. Like, it takes a toll on me, all of this research and speaking to women who have been raped and drugged and things like that. It just, like, this whole case, and Karen will attest to it as well, that that it is emotionally draining. Um, Karen says she's having technical difficulties. Hang on. So just bear with us, and Karen will be here shortly, I believe. Any questions, anyone? Good night, God. Have a good sleep, honey. I'll be up for a couple of hours, sorting this sewing out. Um, Still trying to work out how to use the StreamYard, but yeah, so you can share stream. So, I mean, this is up in public knowledge. I don't need to redact anything, but basically, Trip Donald's gone in on a full on attack. Um, so, yeah. Alright, Karen's having trouble getting in. One of my thoughts about YouTube systematically demonetizing so many channels, especially true crime channels. I think it's ridiculous. Um, it's I understand that advertisers might not want to be associated with certain topics. I get that, but and it doesn't just happen to the small YouTubers; it happens to the big ones too. Scott Reich, who's a criminal defense attorney in Colorado, he's got like 60,000 subscribers, and I think you're saying 19 out of the last 25 of their videos be demonetized. And this is information that you would see on the nightly news. There's no, you're not seeing crime scenes and blood and guts and all the rest of it. So I think it's ridiculous. However, if I was an advertiser, would I want my advertisements on those videos? Probably not. So I can see both sides of it. Um, and some of my good friends have been demonetized, and it really, really, really sucks because they work hard, they investigate, put everything into this. The browser has. Okay, so Karen's file or whatever has said, I think you have to use this on a laptop or a desktop. I think you can go to be laptop, desktop. Really, that's the only thing about the streaming apps too, is that you can't go, yeah, Mary, that's what I was just saying. I know, and he's got 60,000 subscribers, and I've got one. Um, that was one of the reasons for doing the name change, the rebranding to Miss Mystery, because I knew I was going to have issues with the word murder. And even he said that on his one of his latest videos. They don't, YouTube will flag words like murder, homicide, rape, things like that. Unfortunately, these things happen every day. This is the world we live in. Um, you know, so um, unfortunately, this is the world we live in, and I wouldn't say that it's any worse than what you see on the news. So yes, Jen, that would be good. Thank you. So I tried to use this on my phone last night when I was sorting fabrics out, and it said I had to use it on a desktop. It does feel a lot like censorship, but I think at the end of the day, it just comes down to money, to be honest. Um, so Okay, Karen's not going to be able to come in, but might be able to get her to come in and give her thoughts. This just collective thoughts of everything that's happened over the last 9 months. So I might just leave it at that for now. But as I said, I'm trying to get back live every day. It's just hard sometimes to think of what to talk about, but I definitely had all of that on my mind um, the last couple of days. Well, every day since Lauren's been missing, and just because we're not reporting on stuff like Karen said, um, doesn't mean that we're not working on it. What happened to the GoFund account set up for Lauren? It is still up. And yeah, it's up. It's had two donations towards expenses incurred trying to find Lauren. Yeah, sorry. I just have to think about Tori and family there to make sure I'm not betraying any confidences or anything like that. It's still there. It's still there and open. And the only thing is, it's in Australian dollars, not USD. Um, so yeah, it is. It is still there if anyone does want to donate towards, but towards Lauren's case. But I would say that would be retroactive. That would just go, to reimburse it anything, not me, anything that had been, paid for in the duration that the family didn't pay for, because I know that they wanted to be able to try and pay for expenses and things like that out of their own pockets. So what is the deal with this trip person attacking you? Well, this person sent me a friend request and it was all friendly and things like that, and just, I think yesterday, just um, posted to Karen something about what is the next update on Lauren, it's been months, etc. Kind of like I was her own personal, source of entertainment. And I was like, I'm under no obligation to give you guys anything. I don't mean that to be rude, but do you know what I mean? Like, and as soon as I think Karen might have said that, well, there's no more updates, and I've just repeatedly said that because it's with the FBI. That's why. And that's when she went cray cray, and with me, I'll read it, and said, yeah, and we think you're all full of shit. I said I didn't come at you attacking, but since you got a smart ass mouth, I'm going to call your bullshit. You and Bridget are scam artists and stole from people in our town that actually care. So now why don't you stop being a keyboard pusher and you do something about it? Smart ass comments not needed. So I'm definitely taking that as a slanderous comment because it's untrue. The difference between that comment and anything that I've aired is that I've got proof to back it up. And there will be no proof on this, And this is about Lauren. It shouldn't be about money or anything like that. But unfortunately, these trolls will try to detract from it. All they are doing is taking time away from us and to be able to, bring more people or ask more questions. Um, and they're taking away from the fact that there is a missing mother of three, um, just because they want to play these bullshit drama games. Um, I understand why she's saying it, Mary. There's not a lot of hope that Lauren is alive. There's no proof either, but I mean, we've got to be realistic, guys. It's been 9 months. Um, my biggest fear is in 3 months' time that lake goes and shuts this down as a cold case. And I don't want that to happen. Um, so, yeah. Sorry, getting a little bit upset thinking about that, but I don't give a shit what the trolls say. I don't give a shit what Trip Donald says. I'll air it. You know, do what you will. But when it comes to looking for Lauren, yeah, no, there's nothing you can say or make up or anything that's going to make us stop trying. Yeah. So. No, I don't think it's connected to Kim Flint's case or Brandon Wilson's. So what was that? Rusk County and was it Shelby County? It's Brandon Wilson, I think. I don't think so. I think there were different circumstances there. Um, it, yeah, I just think there was very different circumstances. Um, but anyway, um, I'm gonna end it here, guys, because I've been on for an hour almost. But I will be back. I just need to go. I don't know, take some deep breaths and just chill. I'm not bothered about trolls and that. I'm just starting to get a bit upset that people are trying to take attention away from looking for line. Karen's safe. Yeah. We make sure of that every day. Thanks for popping in, guys.